While I am driven insane by the Patriots' run of success, I am beyond exhausted and fatigued by all of their winning. I also kind of laugh because they are the best criminals we have in sports. For 18 years, they've been pulling one over on everybody. And it's kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde. It's kind of like the renegades, the rogues of the old Wild West. They just keep getting away with bank robbing. So you kind of have to love them for that. They've gotten away with not one but two scandals where they have had first-round draft picks docked. What's the only franchise have two number one draft picks docked over the last 18 years out of illegalities? Your modern dynasty. Who's the only team to compound that with having their star quarterback suspended for a month for illegalities? Your modern day dynasty. Who's the only team that also, because of a utilization of a loophole in the rule book that everybody in the NFL kind of said, hey, from a sportsmanship standpoint, we shouldn't do this, utilize the rule to win a playoff game and then ultimately win a Super Bowl to the point where that rule had to be changed in the offseason because everybody around the league said, hey, the agreement was you don't exploit it that way, but now we actually have to put this rule in because of the Patriots. Your modern-day dynasty, that was the Patriots and Ravens playoff game with I think it was Danny Amendola or Edelman. They all look the same to me. Throwing the wide receiver pass for the touchdown against the Ravens when they came back from not one but two 14-point deficits to beat the Ravens in round two, their Super Bowl win in 2014. Who was the only team also to have a man, it was Edelman to Amendola.
Correct.
Who was the only team also to house a triple homicide murderer and have given him an extension after murdering people? Our modern-day dynasty. So in so many ways, you kind of have to give them credit. They are our greatest criminal masterminds. People know Bill Belichick, obviously. The world knows Bill Belichick. But do you know Ernie Adams? Ernie Adams is Bill Belichick's right-hand man that nobody ever sees, nobody ever knows. Who, if you are close to the Patriots organization, and this is where I become a double agent. I worked there. I was on the inside. But I now got out, and so I can tell the secrets of the Patriots. Everybody in Boston, hush, hush, hush tones, which is why I love Dan Shaughnessy. He tells the secrets. Ernie Adams works behind the scenes and tells Bill what to do. Basically, it's like the guy from Charlie's Angels that you don't see that just tells the Angels what to do and how to make the mission complete. Adams works behind the scenes, is never spoken of publicly. You can't talk about him, but has been Bill's right-hand man since the Giants days. And essentially moves around the chess pieces behind the curtain. Now, this Patriots fans don't want to talk about because, hey, we've got Brady and we've got Belichick and we're smarter and we're better. But there's a way all of this works. I mean, why do certain radios go out in opposing quarterbacks' ears in the playoffs when they play at Gillette? Well, why are some footballs deflated, others not? At Gillette? I don't know. Why does a scoreboard stop? Why does an instant replay not get shown to the Jumbotron at a crucial juncture of a playoff game that would help the Patriots? Why do all these things seemingly happen, these spooky, weird, haunted things at Gillette? Well, there's always been this idea that Ernie Adams is the shadow behind the Patriots. And so I see this story, and I just laugh because they are our greatest criminal masterminds. Jack Easterby. Oh, by the way, let's just add this in here, Mraz. Remember the ball boys for Deflategate? Such honorable members of the team because Tom Brady was clearly texting them regularly, talking to them regularly. Not only did we never know what they were talking about because Tom Brady destroyed his phone, but the two loyal ball boys,
Jastrzemski and Hujimawatsa,
suddenly let go of their duties, never to be heard from again in the middle of this investigation.
I don't know what they're doing today. Do you? Nobody's done a story on where they are?
Witness protection program. Remember, I mean, you're part of the Patriots family. You should be part of the Patriots family. You're loyal to Tom Brady. Suddenly, they just kind of disappeared, relieved of their duties, even though the Patriots insisted they did nothing wrong, right? It was on the up and up. For some reason, the two ball boys investigated in this were suddenly made to go away.
Are they receptionists at Orchids of Asia? I don't know.
Tom Brady smashed his phone. They are the criminal masterminds. So Jack Easterby is the Patriots team chaplain. He's also considered their character coach. Character coach.
He's doing a great job.
The Boston Globe reports that Easterby is leaving the team suddenly after 6 years on the job. Easterby's tenure with this team goes back to the Aaron Hernandez scandal. So somehow the team chaplain survived through one of the team's players killing people while he was playing. That actually happened. Easterby also mentored Josh Gordon last season and is one of Bill Belichick's closest confidants. He has resigned. Suddenly, just days after Robert Kraft gets jammed up at the massage parlor in Florida. The Globe reports that Easterby felt that his role had run its course with the Patriots and that the charges against Kraft did not set well with him. I would imagine that Easterby is, of course, not available for comment because they have purchased him a condo in Scottsdale where he is going to be shipped off, never to be heard from ever again, like Henry Hill at the end of Goodfellas.
Little egg noodles and ketchup?
They call it tomato sauce. Egg noodles and ketchup.
Ketchup, by the way, started from somebody's stuff at the farmer's market.
What are the odds that the team chaplain, days after Robert Kraft gets jammed up? I'm out, guys. Now, I'm just going to throw this out there. Hypothetically speaking, okay? Just hypothetically, I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but I'm just suggesting, I'm hypothesizing. Is it possible Robert Kraft, in confidence, spoke to the team chaplain about desires perhaps he was feeling? Is it possible that Robert Kraft spoke to the team chaplain about perhaps things that he felt he had sinned on? Is it possible, at least in confidence, Robert Kraft had told the team chaplain about some decisions he was thinking about making? Is it possible the team chaplain just had some information by being within those walls and obviously people speaking to him in confidence? And the NFL is going to investigate this after the authorities investigate this, and the Patriots don't want the team chaplain anywhere around. So suddenly, days after, interesting, again, he made his way through the Aaron Hernandez scandal. And this, the kitchen is too hot. Smells like to me there's a team chaplain that knows too much and that he has been asked strongly to consider other places of employment. The New England Patriots, Ernie Adams in the background, sets up a retirement fund for the team chaplain, sets up a condominium, sets up an alternate life that he can go and enjoy, and we'll make sure that you don't have to talk about this because you're no longer employed by the Patriots, and so nobody can find you. Happened to the ball boys. Can't find the ball boys from Deflategate. Can't. Nobody in the Patriots organization ever knew anything about Aaron Hernandez. Nobody. Had no idea. Tom Brady smashed his phone, broke his phone. And now the team chaplain has been told, your services are no longer needed here.
Gonna have to find a new character coach in New England.
They are our greatest criminals. The New England Patriots are the Wild West.
They are Ben Affleck and his crew in the town.
They are bank robbers. They are buffalo hunters. They are the Departed. They are the town.
Robert Kraft is Fergie in the flower shop.
It is amazing. And because sports is supposed to be on the up and up, people kind of don't want to have to face this reality that somehow, some way, this is not quite as fun and as pristine as 6 rings. Yeah, let's go get them. Tom's the best. Bill's the best. They're just a modern-day dynasty. How do they do it? It's the Patriots way. It's hard for us in the sports world to have to maneuver and navigate through those very uncomfortable realities, that it's not, yeah. You know, Julian Edelman is a great story because he was a 7th-round draft pick out of Kent. He was a former quarterback, and now he's made his career by being a great hard worker. You know, that works. That sells. He just works harder than everybody. Well, then he was testing positive for steroids, and then he got suspended. But let's not talk about that because it's better that he's a hard-working wide receiver. Yeah, going to Canton. Tom Brady's playing at 41 years old like he was playing at 31 years old. Let's not talk about why. Let's just talk about that he's the greatest. Now, these are hard things because if it's not on the up and up, what do we have? It breaks our reality. It breaks the authenticity of what we have. If sports isn't real and on the up and up, it's then just a show. And we don't want it to just be a show. It has to be real people competing on an even playing field. So these are all hard things about the Patriots, and the media at large can't go there because then it shatters the preconceived notion that all of this is fair, and nobody covering the Patriots can do this because then your meal ticket goes away. The Patriots team chaplain suddenly resigns days after the Robert Kraft news because his role had, quote, run its course. Couldn't make it up.
Well, the thing I read said that he was appalled by what Kraft did. So that led him to go, I'm out. But he was cool staying there after the fact of Aaron Hernandez to help them get through that. Not that anyone should have known what he was doing or could have known necessarily what happened. But Kraft, being a sleazy old man, and maybe worse, can't deal with that. But I'm going to stick through the hardest times of there being a murderer among us, and maybe we cheat at football. All those things are cool. We'll work through that. But now, because the boss is this dude, now he's got to bounce. Now this is where the moral stand comes.
There are so many things about the Patriots that we don't know. And I hope one day they get exposed to the light. I hope one day the world knows the truth. But until then, we all just have to bite our upper lip and say, boy, they're the best dynasty ever. And we're all caught in a hostage video. Yeah, we're all doing great. We all love football. The Patriots are so good. They're really so good. Are you going to kill me?
Blink twice if you need help.